Just close your eyes and think of the greatest game of all time. Can you see it? Oh, I know I can. And I know we're seeing the same game. It's a game so beautiful, it makes Kate Upton look like a 6. A game so strong, it makes the mountain look like the hill. And a gameplay loop so exciting, it makes the Lord's powder feel like a downer. I don't even have to utter this game's name because you already know it. And in fact, I won't. I'll tell you every way what inspired this game, then do a big reveal at the end for all the morons that aren't tuned in like you and I are. Am I right? The only hint I'm gonna give you is that the person that made it is on the packaging of... Wit is the first installment to the WAG, or wet-ass game genre that was abandoned over 10 years ago. In fact, it was abandoned right after this game was made. This is the only edition in that genre. Even the sequel to this one got shit-canned, according to LinkedIn. It's instant gratification without the depression. It's the high without the come down. It's the coming without the come. It's the type of game that makes you feel like you're enough. It's not here to challenge your peach fuzz or your attention span or light your time on fire and then hand you a bucket of gasoline to put it out. It's a quick consumable that you can take every Sunday before church and every Monday before sacrilege to take the edge off, to take the pain of everyday life away. It's a game that just wants you to have fun, and its biggest challenge is answering the question, what's next? After the credits roll, and unfortunately, this game's end does come quick. You get a mere peek into the fantastic backstory, and then BAM! The ending comes all over. But just because you know something's gonna end, that's no excuse not to give it a chance. Let's start by talking about the combat. This gameplay slaps so hard, Mama Susan, God rest her soul, struck down my stream 1 hour into it from beyond the grave.
What the fuck I'm doing?
No,
you can't hype me up like that.
This game sucks. Fuck this game. Alright, anyways, to answer the question that was asked to me about 20 minutes ago. This game took the slow-mo era of video games and movies, then said, fuck it. What if we built the entire gameplay loop around setting up slow-motion shooting? Run up a wall, run across a wall, dive at Danny, dive at Denny, dive at this dick, poke a dick, slide and shoot their dicks. As long as you do it in slow motion, this game is all for it. It's like Max Payne if you played as a female with a big-ass revolver, and another revolver, and 2 shotguns, and 2 Tech 9s, and how about 2 explosive crossbows, then throw in a pig sticker while we're at it. Why? Because that shit's cool as hell, that's why. And that's the summary of this entire game's gameplay loop. Many call it dumb fun, I call it enlightenment. The next stage in a video game's evolution. Some games bend over backwards trying to throw as many gizmos and gadgets into the game as possible just so that you can tolerate it, all while spending the cost of 3-ish F-35s to do it. Wet took an incredibly fun, simple gameplay loop and turned it into a 6-hour experience that brings the guillotine down on most 100-hour pseudo-RPGs that we see in modern-day gaming. Now to give my wrist a break for a second, though, I will mention that this game's movement can definitely feel incredibly janky at times. Pimpa started having a mental breakdown on the American Ninja Warrior course because of how jank this feels.
The 2 games that go together, like peanut butter and jelly.
I'm sorry. Doing such a shit job.
Yeah, do you want, here, how about yeah, you want to try it? Here, I could take a piss, I'll come back and I'll try to fuck you. You're good.
Alright, let me run that back. I'm running for 2 fucking minutes, no fucking clip. And barrels? Let me tell you something about these motherfucking barrels. You can graze the hair on your right ass cheek on them, and BAM! Oh my god! Fuck
Yo,
me.
Donkey Kong wins
God
again.
Damn.
Donkey Kong wins again.
I'm so many moves ahead of the game. I'm so many moves ahead of the game, man. I'm so many moves ahead of the game that you don't even understand.
Oh, no.
You know how janky this feels. I'm tempted to wonder if these devs made this entire game slow-mo so that you never really felt it. But at the same time, I don't really care. Look, here's a clip of me showing how little I care from the string. Watch this shit right here.
That's right. Because listen, when you got supportive messages like Fleek, you're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you. Okay.
Oh my god.
That's right.
Oh,
Here it comes.
This one's for you, baby.
This one's for you.
This one's for you, baby. Whoa! Dang, didn't even fucking clip it. Didn't even fucking clip it. Run it back. Run that shit back. Play the tapes. Play the fucking tapes.
Play the tapes? Yeah, here, let me play the tape.
Tapes.
Yeah, here, it's audio only. It sounded like this.
Those motherfuckers lying! Those motherfuckers lying! That shit ain't right! You think it's in there? That fucking shit! Now moving on, we have the Blood Realm, not to be confused with the Crypt Realm, which I do think that they spam the hell out of in this game, but considering the Xbox 360 has 512 mighty megabytes of RAM, I'll just presume they're spamming them to prevent my 360 from exploding. And in all fairness, it does add to the overall style of the game, which is very outstanding. I could talk about the Tarantino influence, but of course, But you know, I already know all about it. So what do you think it is? I studied the tapes. I didn't see a single bare foot. I just can't crack it. I'll give you a chili dilly if you tell me. Starting to see it all coming together. 50 style commercial slow-mo system, gore, janky movement, style, big old budgets. I knew you'd figure it out, but let me just rate this before we get to the big reveal. I give it a D. And yes, I shaved off the second D because of those goddamn barrels. If somebody were to come to me, Dr. Fleek, with mild to moderate anxiety, I would say, put down those Xanax bottles. Dr. Fleek recommends you get wet every evening before bed. I'm prescribing that WAG, that wet-ass game, like a water park. Splash, splash. Everyone's getting wet if Dr. Fleek's in the room. Me and all my homies used to get wet together. Yes, sir! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now time for the big reveal. The game that Wet inspired. The game that is the greatest game of all time. The game that is made by the people that brought this game to all of us. You all know it. You all love it. That's right, it's Behavior Interactive's Doritos Crash Course. Hell yeah! Major thanks to the flock of pimps, and another huge thanks to the pimperers for funding all the new clothes during this monsoon of wetness. And another thanks to Name 110, our newest pimper. Alright, bye pimps.